Hi guys, it's Afro and today I'm gonna show you how to install Orca, AWT, nav mesh, and I'll show you how to make your first profile and give you a little tutorial about the functions of the bot uh, as a starter. And I'll make a few other videos to explain more deeply how does the dungeon bot works, the gathering bot works, and the PvP bot works. So I hope it's gonna be helpful for you to start off, and um, let's start this. So first, what you want to do is you make an account, you buy credits as explained on the website. I won't explain how to do this, but it's all explained on the website. Once you've bought this, you can buy Orca. You need to buy Orca. You buy one or you buy more, as you wish. You also need to buy EWT. Here you buy EWT. I need to explain something about that. The quantity is the number of session you want to use, and the number of computer is the number of computer you use. If you want 5 sessions, you write 5 here, and if you use, usually you will use one computer. If you use virtual machine VMs, uh, it's still only one computer. It doesn't count as multiple computer in this part. So still put one. It's really only for physical computer. So if you have two physical computer, put two then. But usually it's one. So you would put one and one, and then input a new password. This password will be used for your EWT account. You will use your registered Orca email and the password that you inputted there. So this is be to use EWT. Once you bought that, you go in My Details, Manage Purchase, or in your email also. And then here you will see that you got EWT and Orca. So you click on EWT and you manage EWT, and you will see you can download a file called latest.zip. So download that, put this on the desktop. Then you go on the forum. On the forum you click download Orca. You download Orca. You open up, you put it where you want. I'll put it in the desktop. And you download also NavMesh. NavMesh is a navigation for the bot, so it will know where to go in the World of Warcraft. And then you can just minimize this for now. Then you have this on your the desktop. What you do is you're gonna extract that. Extract Orca to um, your WoW folder, World of Warcraft Classic Interface Add-ons. You extract that there. Alright. Then you create a folder on the desktop called whatever. You can really put any name, just don't put EWT. And then you open latest and you extract it there. Then you open up maps. You extract the maps in the EWT folder. Once that's done, you can open up Firefox as an admin. Usually it's already as an admin, but it's alright. Sometimes it will crash because of your Windows Defender. Sometimes not. Depends on really on the computer and the Windows settings you have. If it crash, what you have to do is you go in your Windows security settings, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn everything off. Like everything you see, you manage settings, those have to be all off. and then in the firewall, put them off, put them off, put them off. Everything you can find to turn off, you turn it off. Because Windows sees the EWT as a third party and a threat for your computer, but it's really not. It's just um, how Windows see the program. So what you do, you will enter the email from GetGud. If you bought it from GetGud, you enter your information like that. You enter the email. For me, I'll use EWT username. For you, it would be your email on GetGud, and the password will be what you wrote when you bought on GetGud. Then you attach to WoW. You select WoW Classic in your WoW folder, in your WoW Classic folder, wowclassic.ex. Then it's gonna open. Make sure it's safe limited. Don't use active mode. Okay. Now EWT will shut down. This is completely normal. There's no way to panic there. It's normal. So it did its job. It's on the background. So don't worry about that. Then you open up your WoW account. You make your character. You enter. Then the first thing you see is that invalid account. So what you do is you copy that number, you copy that account. Sometimes it's a number, sometimes it's a name, it doesn't matter. Whatever is written in the please request activation for, just copy that. Then you go on the website, in the activation section, choose account activation. Right here, you just paste that account, save it. Save it and click save until you see a date and an expiration date. If you don't see any expiration date or activation date, keep clicking save until it's written. Now it's showing. It was showing because I already game, and you do /reload. Now it's gonna call Orca, and now it's gonna be activated. So now you do /Orca to open the menu of the bot. Now you see it spamming nav mesh now required. So what you do is you go in your nav mesh tab, you click use nav mesh. I usually use avoid water to make sure it's avoiding the water when it's padding, because nav mesh is gonna generate itself like its own pad. So if you don't have avoid water, it might sometimes go through the water, and it's better not to. Also the padding setting here, I'll give you an example of what it's doing. Is, let's say for example, you're, because when it's gonna turn a corner, it's gonna turn it pretty sharply like that. So sometimes it's gonna do something like that. Let's say it's gonna turn here, so it's gonna turn it very sharply and get stuck on the chandler, as for an example. To prevent that, the padding from walls is what you need to use. So it's gonna like tell the bot how much far from the wall to go. So it's gonna be more in the center, so it's gonna avoid that thing. So if you see your bot getting stuck some point at somewhere, try using this slider and reload, and try to make it pass to the same place, and probably it will fix it if you find the right spot for that. So then in the general tab, you see a lot of things. Usually I use auto buff, auto fill, and now you're only, well, I'm level 3, but you're normally level 1, let's say. Don't You don't need the other ones. If you're not doing PvP, or you don't want to make your bot PvP, don't click target enemy players. That's like for PvP. Burst damage is gonna like negate a lot of skills to really burst the damage. So I don't use it personally. I like autofill and buff. It's fair and it's enough for me. If you're a caster, when you can buy a one, do so. It's really good for leveling. It will help you a lot. So make sure you always have a good one through the leveling you will do. It's really important, and click the wending option. Use DPS ratio is let's say for human it would be perception. It would use perception. For orc is really good. It gives attack power, so it's gonna use it. Finish with one. This is like if you will, let's say, put it to 10. When your mobs get to 10% HP, it will start only wanding, stop attacking, and do stuff. I don't use that. Um, I think it's perfectly fine to just not use that and just use the autofill and the wanding. It's good. Use health potion is if you have health potion in the bags. Once you get, let's say, to 22% HP, it's gonna use one. Same for the mana. Frame delay, you don't have to touch that. Don't just leave it to 0. For the class part, depending on the class, you don't have the same window there because obviously you don't have the same skills. So just make sure for the class tab that you don't click some skills that you didn't learn yet. If you didn't learn the skill, don't click it. It's really important. It could like make the bot bug a little bit, and it might be because you click that. Um, so then you go to the bot section. The bot section is what like the settings for it. So it's what you gotta use to make the profiles and tell your bot where to go and what to grind. So it's really important. So this is how you gonna make the profile and the levels. So what you wanna do as for a basic profile, um, you will record a profile name. Let's say 1 to 6 human. Okay, it's gonna record the name. Then you always do slash orca to pop up the window. Go back to bot, and then you click record grind path click. Now you see like there's a green circle following your mouse. This is like uh, to make your path. So this is a node that you will record everywhere to record which way your bot's gonna take. So let's say I want to start the path there. I'll put my mouse there and then I'll hit the left control on the keyboard. Now you see change color, that means it started to record there. So after that second point I'll put it there. So now I hit control and you see the line between those points is drawing. Now I'll add another one and hit left control on my keyboard, and now it did another. So you're gonna put like some of them like this, like this, like this, and like this, for example. Once that's done, what you don't want to do is you don't want to start and end the profile at this close to each other. You don't want to bring those like the start and the end at the same point. This will not work. It's not the way it's coded, so leave it like far away. Leave the end and the start far away. And then you uncheck record grind. You recorded the path. You go back into Orca. You want to record also the NPC for when you get under 4 inventory slot. Your bot will consider that you're full, so it will want to go vendor. And also if you're under 30% durability, it will want to go repair. So to record the NPC to repair and vendor, make sure it's an NPC that repairs first. Yeah, that's really useful. And then you click record NPC, and then you click with the mouse the NPC, and then you uncheck it. That's it. So now your NPC is recorded for that uh, profile. It will go. It's really important to understand that if you want to remake a profile, or if you want to register a new NPC, you don't want to use this one, you want to use another one, uh, you have to go in your grind profile. Let's say you go in your grind profile, World of Warcraft, Classic, Interface, Add-on, Orca. Then you go in the grind profile, and then, well, I have a few of them. You must have a few of them also. But you see which one I recorded was the 1 to 6 human. This is the name of my profile, you see? So if I want to change the GP is the grind path, is the profile I just wrote. So if I want to redo it, I would delete that file and reload. Once you've deleted that, let's say I delete it, I reload after that Orca, and then I will record again the profile. So I will click again, then instead of starting there, I want to start at the ear. That's just an example. And then I do this like a little bit everywhere, and then I just click again, and I've just recorded a new path for this one. Let's say I want to, like, I level 2 or 3 levels and I want to try out a new path. Well, you need to rename this. Let's say you're level 6, then now you want to do level 7 to 10. You have to rename it to make a new path, because it won't like overwrite the other. It won't work. So you want to rename it, and then you go another spot, and then you say I want to grind the kobolds now. So now you grind the kobolds. You make a path for the kobolds. You can even go in the mine, there's no problem with that. And then once that's done, you could record it. And now you have two profiles. The profile for the kobold didn't get the NPC because it was only recorded really for the profile that's called 1 to 6 human. So if you want to use the same NPC for the kobold, then you would go to the NPC and record it as well. Here you go. So I just recorded the NPC. I click back, and then it reloaded. So now it's recorded for this one also. So now, since I'm only level 3, I will you can always load back the old profiles or profiles that you already recorded. So the way to do this is you go there, you go back into your grind profile, your Orca grind profile, and I want to load this one, so I will only copy this part between gp underscore and .lua. I'll go in the profile name and paste that, and then OK. Then it loaded. Okay, now I will show you how it looks. You can start the bot anywhere you want, and it will go grind to the first node, and then the second, third, and all the ones. So now you click start grind. You see now it's starting to go attack a mob. Now you see, like in the sky, you see a big round, a big green circle. So why is my character attacking a wolf ear, even if I've put my first node there? The reason is because of the big circle. If you go in bot and grind search, the grind search is like the range where your bot will search for mobs. So if I lower it, you will see now it's gonna go to this part inside the green circle around the node that you recorded. So that's really useful if you want to avoid big mobs. Let's say the other part of the world there's like higher levels that you don't want to try to kill because you're gonna die. Then you lower the grind search range, and it's gonna only check for inside that green circle, you know. So it's pretty much it. Now now it's gonna do the whole way and loot and attack whatever inside that green circle. I usually put it to 30. Around 30 is good. Um, just want to show you the part where it's gonna vendor. Also, if you scroll in bot, you can see something called minimum HP, minimum MP. This is for when it's gonna eat and drink. So if you have food inside your inventory or water and you have minimum HP 60, so under 60 it will use your food and start eating. If it's under MP, if you have mana for your character and it's under 62 as for example, it will start using your drink and drink. Um, you can set it to whatever you want. I set it to 0. Also here, make sure you have sell gray and white check, or use an add-on. You see now it went to vendor, and it vendored everything that I had gray or white. An important thing is you can use an add-on for that. You don't need to use only the sell gray white from Orca. If you use an add-on, let's say called D-Junk or Sell Junk, those are two good add-ons to use. Don't check that box. Just set it inside your bot, inside your add-on, either Sell Junk or D-Junk. You just select Sell automatically, and the reason it will open the vendor window a lot of times is pretty simple. Is because in D-Junk and Sell Junk, they only sell items, 12 items at a time. So you open up the vendor window to make sure that all your bags are empty, and that is gonna uh, vendor everything. So that's the reason why. It's pretty much it for the solo leveling part as a starter guide. I think it's enough. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it will help you. Uh, if anything, you can just contact us in Telegram or Discord or forum, but we're more active on Telegram and the Discord. So come see us. All right, have a good day.